All right, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please let us introduce ourselves. We are from group class of Pragmatics A2, consisting of Dzahabiyah, Alfiya, Zahra, and Yukita, Haura, Anisa, and me, myself, Kimilia Azzahra. And in this video, we are going to explain about our result of Grice's MAxim of conversation on short movie 2 Detik and analysis. All right, so next slide, please. Okay, so here from the, wait a second. All right, so for the first, here there is a background. So the movie is talk about, it is 2 Detik, which is 2 seconds. It's a short film that discuss about an issue in a world of social media. This is about a girl who worked as a model who cannot enjoy her youth as she should. So her posting on social media actually have a bad impact on her mental health. So various insult made her a little mentally disturbed. Okay, next slide, please. So for the literature review and data analysis for the first is MAxim of quality. So here, when we want to understand about MAxim of quality, the first thing we have to do is do not say what you believe to be false. And the second one is do not say that for which you lack adequate evidence. Those mean MAxim of quality suggests speaker to be true. It proposes a speaker to say what he believes to be true and do not say something with less evidence. According to Black 2006, adds that this maxims has to do with the truth or falsity of an utterance. So in short, maxim of quality is saying that what is true or what is the true on and not to be false. Next slide, please. So for our analysis in this movie about the maxim of quality for the first conversation is this one. It is like in the very beginning of the movie. So there was conversation where the Dinda as a lead character, as the main character, and her father, Bapak. Here, when Bapak said, "Halo nak, gimana? Udah pindahannya?" And Dinda said, "Udah, ini Dinda baru sampai. Terus ini mau beres-beres." Here, this is like conclude as a maxim of quantity, which will explain by Zahra later. And then Bapak said, "Jangan lupa makan ya." And Dinda udah makan kok, Pak, tadi pagi. Here, and so on and so forth. So let's focus on this this dialogue. So for Dinda udah makan Pak, kok Pak tadi pagi. Actually it should be like, yes, I have already eaten. In this conversation, Bapak called Dinda after Maghrib, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, after Maghrib, which is at jam 8 malam, and it shouldn't be like tadi pagi. So here what happened is terjadinya floating in maxim of quality. Why? Because Dinda saying something that not true, but she's not lying actually, but she's just saying that tadi pagi, yang dimana seharusnya kayak dia mengatakan hal kebenaran, tapi dia juga mengatakan hal yang melebihi meaningnya. kayak seharusnya dia bilang kayak, iya sudah Pak, saya makan. Seharusnya cukup sampai situ. Tapi karena dia mengatakan tadi pagi, dia mengatakannya pada saat malam, di situ terjadi floating of maxim of quality. Seperti itu. Oke, next slide please. Nah, in conversation 2, Dinda said, Sarah is Dinda's friend. Dia mengatakan, kamu kenapa? Terus Dinda bilang, nggak apa-apa, capek aja aku. Tapi untung tadi photoshootnya bisa berjalan dengan lancar. Terus juga nggak molor. Nah, di sini dilihat dari ekspresi Dinda, the way she say it, dia sebenarnya berbohong. Dia melanggar maxim of quality, yang dimana itu bukan floating lagi, tapi violating the maxim. Nah, dimana kita tahu bahwa dia violent the maxim gitu. Itu tadi dia mengatakannya dengan ekspresinya. Kalau misalnya kayak, misalnya saya nanya ke Zahra, Zahra kamu nggak apa-apa? Oh iya saya nggak apa-apa kok. Nah pada saat Dinda ditanya Dinda apakah kamu nggak apa-apa? Dinda sounds like she was ragu mengatakan bahwa dia nggak apa-apa, capek aja aku. Dan dia menutupi kebenaran dengan melebih-lebihkan jawaban dengan, tapi untung tadi photoshootnya bisa berjalan dengan lancar, terus juga nggak molor gitu. Karena itu dia melanggar si maxim of quality yang seharusnya dia mengatakan yang sebenarnya. Kalau misalnya if you're not okay, just say that you're not okay gitu. Nah, dan ditemukan 2 saja di short movie ini untuk floating and violenting maxim. So for the rest of the conversation itu sudah have done the maxim of quality karena all of the speaker saying the truth. Alright, I think that's all from me, and the next will explain by Zahra. Thank you, Zahra. Please, time is yours.
All right, thank you, Kimi. Before I start my explanation, am I audible? All right.
Yes, Zahra, you are audible.
All right. So I'm going to talk about the analysis of the maxim of quantity. First, you have to know what is the maximum of quantity. It is when we make our contribution as informative as required. Do not make your contribution more informative than it is required. And also, according to Black 2006, it is the maxim that requires that we offer the appropriate amount of information. In short, maxim of quantity means that we give the information as enough as needed, not more than that. So from this film, from this movie, we can know that, oh, wait a moment. All right. We can see that the words, the sentence, the utterance that is in the red color is showing the floating of maxim of quantity. Why? Because all the utterance that is in the black color showing that the speakers are fulfill the maxim of quantity because they give the information as much as needed. Meanwhile, this sentence, the red one, terus ini mau beres-beres, it shows that Dinda is floating the maxim. Why? Because she gives more than needed. Soalnya, because the question is that udah pindahannya. Actually, it is enough when she said that udah ini Dinda baru sampai. It is actually enough. But then she added more information that is terus ini mau beres-beres. Why it is floating, not violating? Because this sentence showing that beyond the meaning that is needed. It means that when Dinda said ini Dinda baru sampai, it means that she has already moved in alias pindahan, but actually it doesn't fulfill 100% of pindahan itself. Jadi nggak 100% pindahan karena dia baru pindah memindahkan barang-barangnya tapi belum menyusunnya. So actually she gave the information but she wants to give 100% of the information. That is why it is not violating but it is floating. The next conversation is that this one, the red one, tetapi yang penting kita harus berusaha dulu is also floating of a maxim of quantity. Why? Because Bapak gives more information more than needed. Karena ketika Bapak said until kata demi mimpi tersebut, it is actually enough for answering the Dinda's questions, but then he added that, tetapi yang penting kita harus berusaha dulu. It is actually still relevant with Dinda's question, and it gives more information that is support the previous answer. So actually it is just floating, not violating. Cuman floating tanpa melanggar maksim itu sendiri. But meanwhile, this conversation sama seperti yang dijelaskan oleh Kimi tadi. Kalau ini kalimat yang berwarna merah ini violating the maxim of quality, it is actually violating the maxim of quantity. When Dinda said this, she actually violates the maxim because she gives more information that is needed. Nah, jadi di sini actually kalimat ini sama sekali not relevant and it doesn't support what the answer that it should be given. Tidak mensupport jawaban yang seharusnya diberikan dan malah melebih-lebihkan dan terkesan membuang-buang informasi, too much information. And then ada juga di sini when Dinda said bentar lagi beres, it is actually one of the floating of a maxim, not violating. Kali ini floating karena she wants to give the meaning beyond what is expected. Jadi ketika Zahra nanya kamu nggak kenapa-kenapa kan dalam artian nggak aku nggak kenapa-kenapa, bentar lagi beres. When Dinda said bentar lagi beres, she wants to give emphasize that she really is okay, nggak kenapa-napa memang. Nah gitu. So in conclusion, we can say that we just have 3 floating of maxim of quantity and 1 violating maxim of quantity. The rest of it has already fulfilled the maxim of quantity. Okay, we move to the next maxim, which is maxim of manner. It is avoids objectivity of expression, avoid ambiguity, be brief, be orderly, and it is reversed not to what it is said, but how it is expressed. In other words, we give the answer in a clear way, in understandable way. So this one, the conversation first, actually the Dinda's utterance, when she said Dinda udah makan kok Pak tadi pagi, it is actually violating the maxim of manner. It is violating, melanggar. Why? Because cara dia membungkus kalimat ini tidak clear. It is not clear as needed. Maksudnya sebenarnya Bapak is talking about jangan lupa makan ya at this time, at the night, like Kimi has already said, it is maghrib. But she talked about tadi pagi. So in this context, she actually didn't give the relevant answer and didn't give the answer in a clear way. Karena di sini pun ketika dia memberikan kalimat ini, mengucapkan kalimat ini, ada beberapa pause there. Antara Dinda udah makan kok Pak, sepersekian detik baru dia ngomong lagi tadi pagi. So that's why she violates the maxim of manner. Okay, I think that's all from me. The next presentation will be continued by Nikki. Thank you.
Thank you, Zahra. Okay. Next slide, please. Can we go to the, okay. Now, for the maxim of relation, there is only one thing to reach maxim of relation. So first, and first and also the only one is be relevant. That is, the information provided should be ensured. So it is relevant to the current information exchange. Therefore, irrelevant information should be omitted. This is because maxim of relation is related to relevancy. All right, next slide, please. Now, for the example of the conversation from the Dua Detik short movies, conversation 1, Dinda, Dinda, here's Dinda's ask about whether she is getting fat or not. But Sarah has failed to answer Dinda's question, and that is why Sarah floated has floated uh, a maxim of relation, because here the answer and the question and the answer is not related to each other. Like for example, Linda asked about whether she is getting fat or not, but Sarah just said like it must be the comment on your social media, and she did not answer in Linda's question. Instead, Sarah gave another context instead. All right. That is why she float a maxim of relation. Next. Next slide. Okay. Now for the conclusion. In conclusion, duadetic has all four Grice's maxim of conversation. First, maxim of quality. Second, maxim of quantity. Third, maxim of manner. And the fourth one, maxim of relation. All maxims represent different aspects of communication or conversation. There are two floating maxim of quality, four floating maxim of quantity, and also violation of maxim of quantity, one floating maxim of manner, and one floating maxim of relation. In total, there are 8 floating or violation maxim of conversation. Okay, next. All right, I think that's all from us. Thank you so much for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a great day, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi